broke my scraper blade from my tractor. Broke it right off at the pivot. I was trying to take advantage of the couple of days of moisture that we had, and while the ground was wet enough from that but not soggy, dried up enough for that, I needed to go in and clean up the ditches along my road just to kind of open them up, make sure they were open and flowing good before we get into winter and have to recover through spring. So I went through and kind of ditched things, and I was blading things, and I was doing a kind of a cleanup pass, and blade broke right off of the dang tractor. What happens is this is where the center pivot goes through the housing over there, and that allows me to pivot and lock the blade at an angle horizontally so that I can like set it for ditching, and I set it at that preset angle. And this whole plate had flexed and bowed and broke the bolts out right there. It holds it together, so that all came apart. It's an old blade. I got it used from an old farmer that had it sitting for a long time and was just clearing it out. And I've used the guts out of it up here. It's gonna need a little bit of reworking, and I'll probably worry about that later this season, maybe even in the middle of winter. But I want to get it bolted back up so I can finish cleaning up what I was doing. This is the center carrier, and at first I thought, shoot, maybe this is cast iron, because you can see some shiny, it looks like bronze, I'm sure is nickel rod from welding it to bring it back up to flat and take up some wear. And I thought, oh shoot, it's definitely a cast part. And I thought with the nickel welds on there, or brass, whatever it is, but it's slightly yellow colored, and so I thought, man, maybe that's cast iron. So I might be in a bit of a pickle with the big crack. And it was bent out here real hard, and I thought, well, I'll give it a few smacks with the sledge and see if it straightens out. And it actually straightened out without adding any other stress cracks there. So my guess is maybe it's cast steel instead of cast iron. It would kind of make more sense for this kind of a component, be stronger and have some give to it. So I don't know, maybe. It's gonna need some work in here though. And the other part that got me thinking maybe it's cast steel is there's other components on this thing that are cast, like this top link component and these links here for the pin are cast, but then just fully welded right onto steel. That makes me think they're probably cast steel instead of cast iron parts. I hit this a few times with the hammer and it straightened out good. I put the flat plate into the shop press and got it flat again, straightened out. You can see the blade has even got a bit of a bend in it from all the years of work it's done. I'm not going to worry about trying to straighten the blade right now. I'm not going to worry about trying to weld up the carrier in there and try to get that all fixed up yet. I'm just not worried about that stuff right now. I've got the plate flat. I've got that straightened out. I'm going to get new bolts in there and bolt this sucker back into the middle carrier so that I can get it using again. And now that I've already done the ditching, so I'm not going to be doing any big heavy stressful work on it, I'm just going to be dragging to clean up the road. So I think I'm just going to bolt it back together for now, and then we can worry about refurbishing it this winter. So it'll probably get refurbished this winter pretty good. had to cut the heads off like that because of the radius where these bolts go in from the backside. Well, that's fixed.
Take me back to the old dirt road where Mama and Papa used to go. Let's sing all them songs from a long time ago and pine for them old days of yore. Well, let me run through the breeze like the leaves on the trees. Let me fly like the leaves when they fall. runs from the mountain so tall. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me home to rest where the mockingbirds nest and to cry through the green in the spring. Let's go back a ways to the old bygone days and the simple time we lived back when. Well, let the pull of the plow bring the sweat from my brow, and the glow of the fire pull me home. Let me wind down my days in the sweet dusty haze. Take me back down the old dirt road. Oh, take me back down the old dirt road. Take me back down the old dirt road.
It's worked out just fine for what it is for now. Feel like we're in good shape. Like I was trying to say earlier, my whole point of blading that time was to get all them rocks moved to the shoulder of the road and just get them off the road if possible. That way they don't go through my snowblower this winter.